Good morning, good morning. Happy
Good.
snowy Tuesday. Oh
Oh,
my God.
it is
Oh,
incredible out there. So whoever's listening around in Ontario, we received snow this morning,
mhm.
or overnight, and
Most of Northern
weren't,
Ontario, I think. Yeah.
yeah, weren't those clouds this morning the darkest snow clouds you've seen like for
Yeah.
months? I
Yeah.
was just like, oh yeah, those are snow clouds. I remember that color.
Yeah. But it was
Oh,
nice though because at a certain point, because I was looking towards the southwest and the sun was coming up in the east and it was shining on the houses and the trees and everything else, making it so bright. But then you've got this black behind it. It
I
was
know.
actually quite pretty.
Did you take a picture?
No, I did not. I'm not.
Oh, you gotta be
I
gotta
just
be
like,
quick with that.
I'm
Yeah.
still working on my first coffee at that point. Can only do one or two things at a time.
I know, I know. I was going to say thank you so much for arranging these talks because
Oh,
it holds me accountable.
mhm.
Thank you, thank you. I shower, I do my hair, I get dressed, I
Yeah.
put on like my look at these incredible crazy 80s
Oh,
earrings
I
that
love
I
them.
found.
I love them. I've got
I
my,
know. I'm like super stoked about it. And then it matches my Gia. Oh, those are beautiful. It matches
yeah,
my
that's
little
nice.
Gia
Oh, you got your Gia on
neck.
today.
Yeah. I
EMF
found
inhibitor.
I found it again. So,
Nice. We need it.
yes.
The amount of time
Yes, I
it's
do
at the
need it.
front of the computer.
And then so yeah, so thankful. So thankful. Or I'd still be in bed on my mat, on my Sequex mat, scrolling through and responding through all the social media streams, like and commenting and liking other people's stuff. So which is great to do, but it's not productive.
No, no.
So
I had the
yeah.
dogs whining at about 5 o'clock this morning, and I was in such a foul mood. I was thinking, those dogs, like, it's been a little bit hot and dry in the house, so my husband's leaving the doors open so he can breathe. I don't like the doors open in my room, but so now in the morning I can hear this dog whining because he hears somebody roll over or snort or something in the house. So he thinks everybody's up, so everybody else has to get up. So 5 o'clock this morning, which is okay normally, but we were up late watching TV last night, so it was a bit of a late night. But once my husband got up and put the dogs out and everything got quiet again, I just thought, okay, well, no, I'll take this opportunity to get up because I have to
To
get
get
up
up.
and shower anyways.
Yeah.
Do a little bit of meditation, try to change that mood, shift that energy a little bit. Not, so I'm getting up and yelling at the dog and everything else. But it was, yeah, otherwise I probably would have been staying in bed as well, thinking that, yeah, I needed this for myself as much as I think you did too. So busy, busy,
I
busy,
have to
busy.
type stuff down before I forget. I
Menopause
don't know.
brain.
I don't know how you are with that. It's just like, okay, yeah, I had a thought. I have to write that down, right?
Yeah, look.
Yeah, exactly. And I have one journal for this and one journal for that and another journal for this, and then you can't remember which journal was what. And anyways,
Too many.
so what's on your agenda for today?
I don't know. I think we were, just going to let the flow go today and see where we were going. I know there was a few things that I wanted to let people know upcoming this week. I know you and I are kind of scheming and trying to see about a few guests coming to visit.
Yes. So
Um,
yeah, we have one very special guest. We'll release that later today. So
yeah.
keep an eye on our Facebook pages.
Mm-hmm.
And she is phenomenal and such an incredible story and a great comeback story. And
I have such a girl crush on her.
I
I
know. She's super sweet.
Yeah.
So yes. So we'll let you know. Later
I'm
today.
excited.
I know.
Everybody else, I'm not really caring so much. I'm excited.
Yeah. And I know that we wanted to get someone this week on about, so we're confirming a few people about the CBD and the benefits of that. And I actually wanted to talk with someone because I know that indoor gardening is something that I really enjoy. Mm-hmm. So it would be really fascinating to really talk about even the garden towers So we'll see who has time to chat with us at 10 o'clock in the morning, because a lot of people are still working. A lot of people have webinars and seminars already set up for that time. So you never know, but if you want to join us for coffee, let us know.
Yeah, I mean, we plan on being here whether you're not here or not. So, but it's always more fun with more people. So
it is. But yeah, so I mean, I know that you have just your weekly special, your weekly little thing that you're doing. What is that? Tell us more about it.
Yeah, in my Transform Your Health with Wendy Facebook group, it's like the private group that, I mean, anybody can join. Specifically, I have this cleaning out your pantry party going on this week. So you had actually inspired me last week with all your cleaning that you're doing, and I'm not a big cleaner, to be honest with you. So this kind of gave me the incentive to get moving, as well as just because I've been talking a lot with all the people in my group, that I've been seeing that everybody's kind of in the same position right now, that we've gone past this 5 or 6 week period where we're kind of like on a mini vacation, but not really. But, you know, we're kind of done. Like if you've ever been on a vacation that's just been a little bit too long, you get really done. You want to get back to life. I don't know. It's like that 7-day and 10-day vacation. It's just sometimes 10 days is too much. But anyways, I find people that just need that incentive to say, oh my goodness, I got to get going. And usually my philosophy on things is to take baby steps. So I know a lot of my clients, a lot of my people that I work with, their big goals are to lose some weight, or to just eat healthy, or to, you know, if they're small and they're, you know, petite already, but then just to eat healthy and remain healthy. Right now, a lot of us have just gotten off that wagon, and we're having a hard time getting back on that wagon. So these baby steps of this pantry clean out this week. So yesterday we eliminated sugar. I think today we're going to be eliminating salt. Not eliminating, but, you know, being aware of what we have in our cupboards and getting rid of, or donating, or at least using up what we have. And then, you know, when we go shopping the next time, getting something a little bit healthier. And then next week, we're going to be diving into understanding our cravings. So again, it's these baby steps towards getting the big picture done. So working all together as a community, hanging out, talking, chatting. I'm sharing lots and lots of recipes that people are asking for, a lot of baking recipes, because we have the time right now. We're at home, we're baking, but they're baking things like cheesecake and all these yummy, beautiful things, but we're also eating them. So, you know, those pounds are starting to creep on. But we're here till mid-June, July sometime. Those pounds are going to really pack on.
Add up.
We're going to be really kicking ourselves. So trying to get ahead of that before that happens, getting stabilized with our eating, getting into like a routine, a plan. And then, you know, over the next couple of weeks, doing different things like that. But then, you know, also offering a look at my 6-week healthy eating program that I'm going to be launching mid-May, I believe it is. And again, it's essentially a weight loss program, but it's not necessarily a weight loss program. It's a healthy eating program. And it really dives into what healthy eating is, what works best for you, and then a lot of the emotional, intentional, mindfulness kind of eating situations, self-love. And I always believe that this is kind of the missing link to a lot of programs out there, because I mean, I know there's a lot of programs out there, but from my perspective and what I find really works for my clients is that diving into that relationship with food that they have, and then understanding and being able to love what is right now, and accepting that, and then healing journey, which is, you know, because I mean, you can get meal plans anywhere, basically. You can get them all over the place, and everybody knows how they should be eating too. So it's a matter of really bringing that awareness to themselves. So that's kind of what I have on the agenda. Plus, if you give me just one more minute,
go, yeah, for sure. Where am I going?
Being a healthcare professional like ourselves, I have this program that I've kind of set up for frontline workers. So
I saw that. Incredible program, honestly.
Yeah, it's essentially a program to really dive into maintaining our energy right now. It's called Endless Energy. And then I also have a nutritional consult with it too. So for really, really, really low price, I put this two things together, like a Endless Energy program, which has meal plan tips and strategies for maintaining our energy and our, maintaining health and everything else, but also with a nutritional consult, which is what I do as a nutritionist, and finding out which vitamins, minerals, and systemic imbalances might be going on, and then offering a 20% discount on the online dispensary that I have, because and again, this is not something that I offer to make money on. This is something that is going to save you a ton of money. I'm just the middleman. And, you can obviously buy your supplements and different things anywhere you want, but the convenience of being just, a few clicks through the computer and then having it sent straight to your home through non-contact situation is amazing, because it just, we don't have, especially the frontline workers don't have the extra time. They want to conserve the extra downtime that they have, not going out and shopping, not cleaning, not, hopefully their families and everybody else are pitching in and helping them sustain, because we want to keep our frontline workers healthy. We want to keep them energetic and there for us, because without them right now, I don't know where we would be. And
exactly.
Very important. So I have that program set up. I think it's like really $47, I think, or $57, really, really cheap. And I mean, normally a nutritional consult is $280, so it's really an amazing opportunity to, say thank you to our frontline workers as well. Maybe our frontline workers are obviously working right now. They might not see this or see stuff that's going on in my group, but it's something that we can afford to buy as a thank you to our people, to keep them healthy, and in that kind of perspective too. So these are kind of the things that I have set up. And I mean, obviously hanging out with you on a daily basis has just been, I think it's more fun than anything.
No, it is, but it also keeps us accountable. So if you are out there and really struggling with things, get yourself an accountability partner and either FaceTime or Skype, just to keep you motivated. Like you would normally touch base with a girlfriend for coffee every day or every other day or once a week. Don't change that. It's for your mental health to keep accountable and keep in contact with people and make these dates and even prop it up while you're folding laundry, because no one likes folding laundry by
we all have to do it.
Oh my Lord. It's just like, but it's just this amazing opportunity to be accountable and continue growth mentally and physically and stuff. So so I mean, what a phenomenal program that you created, especially for frontline workers, right? Because it's just that these, I think about them every day. It's just like, wow, even for PSWs, and because their work hasn't ended.
Yeah.
They really did. Well, I mean, they did have a choice perhaps, but I don't think they had a choice. So it's really an incredible scenario that we have ourselves into. And even in the long term, if this does go on for another week, another month, another 2 months, it's hard to say. And then at what point is it that we are going to start opening up businesses like chiropractic, physiotherapy, because they're like second tier, in my opinion. Like I would think they're first tier, to be honest, but
you and I think second tier.
They're essential because people, well, most of them are working on emergency only. Yes. So if you run into a scenario that you need a physio or a chiro, then contact your chiro to make that available. But I think it's essential to be making sure that your body is functioning. There's no sense being at home and isolated, feeling super uncomfortable, right?
Yeah.
So that's amazing. I mean, for me, I'm all about food, but I'm all about hormone and all about inflammation. So I really miss doing the thermography. I'm not going to lie. Miss traveling and visiting with my friends and family. But so this week I did the smoothie challenge, just to get people using up the frozen vegetables, frozen fruit, kale, preparing, mentally grabbing things that they can use. If I grab, or I see that there's kale on sale or spinach on sale, I'll actually grab an extra container of the organic triple washed and just stick it in the freezer.
Yes.
So I grab a handful, throw it in the blender, and honestly would regret not purchasing a Vitamix or Blendtec when I actually, a few years ago, when I sort of transitioned into all of this, and doTERRA, I should have just bit the bullet, spent the $400 and bought that, because wow. Right. And now, regrettably, I look at my kitchen cupboard and I'm like, damn it, I should have had one of those Moulinex little hand countertop mixers with the bread thing. And oh my goodness.
In time.
Just the big tools. It's different, eh? Like, my husband's goals, like his wish list is like a barge and hot tubs and like docks.
32 engine.
Yeah, exactly. And for us, it's like
the right one, but
for us, it's the super handy bread mixers. Or anyway, so
double-handed fridge. Just like,
well, I can't say that's my husband's goal. So he's got all these plans for the kitchens. I'm just like, whatever, whatever, right? He secretly just at the cottage, we had like a nice fridge, that type of thing. Yes. And then when we're there, you never have enough fridge space. So he tossed that to the shed and got just a single tall unit of a fridge, right? And
I'm talking like the big ones.
I'm talking, I have a full fridge only. And really it's just for his beer, but I'm just kidding. There's another fridge in the garage. But anyway, so we did the 48, the second one. We did the 48-hour smoothie challenge, and I've had a really great time with that. I know that we've been working on sourdoughs in the Healthy Habits program. And then to launch and get started with the Living with Intention transformation program, we on Thursday, Friday, so watch for it. I'm going to be releasing the 5-day hormone detox. It's such it's such an incredible program. I just keep rereading it and rereading it and rereading it. It's already everything I talk about. So it's nice that I've been able to encompass it together in a great package, a great guide, great shopping lists, fantastic recipes, and incorporate a lot of the things that I've already been talking about all into one handout, because it keeps me on track when I'm talking. And for us as women, it's really understanding, like, yes, we know what we need to do to lessen our effects of our transitional changes into menopause, or when you're in that change of perimenopause, or you're actually suffering still with bad period pain and heavy bleeding, increased frequency, or you get that spacing and then massive blowouts. But it's understanding what part of your household, like your toxins, what part of what you're wearing on your face, what your work environment, your drinking water, all those different things that I love talking about, how you can actually take some great action and do that. So that all starts next week, but I'm releasing it Friday, and that's free.
Nice.
That's free. So that's going to be incredible. It's something that we can talk about ongoing. And I'm really, really excited about it. It's going to be the first of 3 things, right? So 4 things actually. So first, it's the 5-day, just to get us warmed up, just to understand, have a really good concept of that. And we may just do it again for a couple of weeks, because it's about a better understanding. I always think things in 3s, then it really sticks in. But then we'll be moving into more of that eating portion of understanding the food. In the spring is a great time. We've been talking about sprouting.
Yes.
And really incorporating that eating your way to hormone health transition, so that we can build a better foundation and understanding of how we're going to make this last long term.
Yes.
Right. And then once we can start doing one-on-ones, or people are, ready to do a one-on-one online or in a small group format, really move into that living with intention. How does this work? How is my hormone transformation going to start? And then actually doing women's workshops.
Yes.
Like getting out. I know, I'm super excited, right? Yeah. So whether it's an overnight, whether it's a weekend, creating, or if it's just online.
Yeah.
Creating that space where we can actually dig in deep, do some one-on-ones, talk about it, facilitate it, do some breast examination training, understand how stress impacts our body. So I'm really, really excited about. Like, I can't. Yeah, it's just like, it's been so much building up to it. I'm just really excited. But I mean, that's what we're here for. That's what our passion is. And that's how it's all coming full circle for us. The other thing I'm really super excited about today, ready? I'm going to start fermenting. I know.
Oh, you should make some kimchi.
Look. I have my hot chili peppers.
Oh, good.
I went and bought just a little cabbage, because there's lots of cabbage out. Like, they're cleaning out the storage units, like not the storage units, but that's what they are. They're storage, getting everybody ready. So there's lots of root vegetables, lots of sweet potatoes.
Getting rid of
the amount of vegetables out there is incredible. But this cabbage, and same as chili peppers, are all really important parts of hormone balancing. Right? So then,
actually, just
of course,
the chili peppers and the cabbage are so good for losing weight as well, because the caspian in the peppers is such a thermogenic activator in the body to increase the metabolism. And I'm a bit of a geek when it comes to that stuff. So.
Yeah, no, it is phenomenal. I mean, even using the old school, like, not the master cleanse, but that theory of the activated apple cider vinegar, the lemon juice, fresh lemon juice. Like, I have a massive bowl of lemons. My husband probably thinks I'm crazy, but super craving like homemade Caesar salad dressings and anchovies, and craving that hot lemon or cold lemon with a little pinch of cayenne pepper, some apple cider vinegar. Oh, yeah. It's so great to start the morning, right? And then, so the kimchi, massive, beautiful,
good for you.
Just ginger.
Yeah.
And I already have, oh my gosh, and so much. And then the daikon radish.
Oh, nice.
Right? So that'll be on my agenda today. I'll probably take some pictures and
please do.
And talk about it. And then because I have all my jars full of starter and the cedar tea, so I have to make sure
I've got a lot of jars that I could give you. Oh well.
Yeah, well, I don't need any more jars. I just got rid of some. So if I didn't have a lid for it, I got rid of it. So, but I may have to. I need a bigger crock. I think I'm going to have to search out a crock. So if someone has a spare crock.
Oh, I feel so bad, because I had such a big, beautiful one I was telling you earlier before, and it was just one of those, I don't know, it was about 2 feet tall, had the nice big wooden lid on the top. Oh, it was gorgeous. But
yeah, if I had thought about it, I would have stole it from my parents. But
yeah,
that's okay. That's okay.
Stuff, right?
I come from a long line of sauerkraut makers, so
well, of course you do. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So we'll see. And then you can get to fancy little things. Anyways, I've taken a couple of fermenting courses. I know that there's a really good certification course for fermenting. What the heck is her name again? We may link that. But anyways, so I'm really excited just to get started with it. And I honestly just bought this at Jessica's store, One Stop Naturals, but most of them have it, and it's a great culture to start. Sauerkrauts, kimchis, just pickled vegetables. Period. Doesn't have to be fancy schmancy, but what you're trying to do is create that prebiotic.
I was just going to say, can you remind all the things why fermented food is good?
Yeah. So, I mean, really great for that prebiotic, probiotic, natural gut feeding. You're trying to feed the gut, feed the microbiome inside of there to generate healing, to bring forth different bacteria that's beneficial to the breast health, beneficial to brain health, for your colon, and it's amazing. And it was funny. I was listening to a talk the other day, and the amount of things bacteria-wise that start affecting you during these stress times, or when your hormones start to get out of balance: kidney, colon, gut, breast, brain, teeth. Like there's bacteria everywhere in the body, and we need to be focused on feeding properly, not tablespoons of sugar, and using the sourdough starter, because there's natural bacteria, natural prebiotic activity. It actually starts to break down the sugars better. And the one thing I was going to say, I know that you are doing the pantry clean out, but make sure that you keep the proper cooking salts and the proper sugars, because if you start adding in the wrong ones, things don't go well. And same as the flours, like experiment with the flours. Like I picked up this, because flour is a hot commodity, right? Like it is a hot commodity. So I picked up this, actually a Caribbean blend of flour. Oh. So it has, it's a whole grain flour. It's unbleached, organic, non-GMO, but it doesn't say if it was sort of worded like it's a whole grain. So it still has the bran. It still has the whole grain aspect, rather than just being an enriched or an unbleached flour. How much processing? So it's more of more of a roti, or like a naan sort of style. But I am really excited to try it, because it's not not the normal for us here in North America, but it was the normal. It's in the Caribbean food section. So I was like, right on, I'm there. It's the only one that's left. I'm going to use it.
Yeah.
Right. And then even in the, sorry, I have a silly hair somewhere over here. In the Indian food section at the grocery store, they still had flour, right? So they had all sorts of different ones. So don't be afraid to try out different flours from the different food sections. Yeah. Like there was still rice flour available in the Chinese food section. The chickpea flours, the semolia flours, the one I should have grabbed as well, had a blend of different grains, like the different wheats and the different flours. I should have taken a picture of it. Not just normal wheat. It had many other things into it as well. So it was very much a whole grain blend. Mm-hmm. So next time I'll grab that one. Oh, and they weren't in big bag quantities. They were nice and small. And I was actually excited about it. But then again, I'm trying to go low carb, so I can't get too excited about these. So I'll keep you posted this week on how my sauerkraut or how the kimchi. Mm-hmm. I love kimchi. Like I can have kimchi with every single meal. Like kimchi on the side with fried vegetables with an egg on top. Don't get me started, because that's probably what I'll have for lunch today. But and sauerkrauts, like they are good to add to start the meal with, to get the stomach gastric juices flowing, to really start stimulating digestion at the beginning of a meal. So it's really, really exciting. And I was going to say that, this one here is cutting edge cultures. This one here. And it's pretty simple. You're adding like 5 pounds of vegetables, 1 of these, 3 tablespoons of salt, and 3 cups of water.
Nice. Nice.
How much easier can that be?
It's so simple. So simple.
So simple. And you're just using crunchy vegetables. Yeah. Right?
And so I think when you buy stuff like this in the grocery store too, a lot of times it's not the same as when you make it yourself, because you're not getting those probiotics and stuff, because they pasteurize everything.
They have to pasteurize it,
and,
right?
I mean, that's the law. apparently. So, when you're getting things like maybe from the farmer's market or doing them yourself, this is where you're going to be getting those wonderful probiotics that you need with to help that gut, bacteria.
Oh, yeah. And I think today I'm going to make yogurt.
There you go. Nice. There you go.
I say that, and then James, I think, has to work on a new house. Not a new house, but the room has been made available for him to go in privately to finish one of his jobs.
Nice.
So, because no new construction is being completed right now, but you can finish off things that you've been working on.
Mm-hmm.
So I might go with him to make that happen faster. So I do all this, and I have my sourdough starter and all this great stuff, and then I'm going to go away. So it's funny. I'm thinking of these things in the perspective. We may be allowed at some point to go to camp, right? As long as you're, still obeying the rules, right?
Yeah.
Not gathering in large groups, and if the marina is open, to allow people to get to their cottages.
There's rumors.
Yeah. So I'm going to have to take my sour start with me. I'm going to have to find, make sure I have bread pans there. Mm-hmm. And if anyone needs bread pans, let me know. I have friends who have stuff excessive. And if anyone has a cast iron Dutch oven they don't need, I'll take it.
Nice. Oh my!
I know. I was looking at them at the superstore. Had there been a yellow one, I would have bought it. But it's interesting. Like it's so much fun to get excited about food.
Wow. I've always gotten excited about food.
Yeah.
At one time in my life, I think it was after I had my first baby, I went back to work, and one of my jobs was actually do some grocery shopping for people, like spend their money for them. It was like a home care kind of situation.
I love that. Yeah.
And everybody thought that was the stupidest job ever. And I was like, are you kidding me? I got somebody else's money. I get to go into the grocery store and just spend their money. That was the best thing ever.
Yeah, I was always joke around, I can spend hours at the grocery store, walk leisurely up and down the aisles.
We're not
and
supposed to right now, but I can do that.
No, I don't do that now. No, you're in and out. Frantically running around trying to find, because they freaking switch up the aisles on you, and you're just like, I had this memorized. But sometimes you hang out too long, and then people start asking you where stuff is. So I'm like, I don't work here. Yeah, but I know where that's located. So
do I look like
I always? Yeah, exactly. It's like
I should get a job.
It was a gift given to me from God to remember where everything was in the grocery store. Yes, third aisle, third shirt down on the left-hand side. Yeah. That's a good It's a good gift to have that.
Oh,
thing, so.
He is good.
Oh my gosh, so much fun, so much fun. So today is just yes, the sun is starting to peek out, but that wind is still up there, and poor Ashley is not going to like that I'm not interested in walking 5 kilometers today.
Yeah, but apparently by the weekend it's going to turn around. It's supposed to be.
Don't even tease me.
It is. No, seriously. 10 above.
Even tease me. Yeah. So guess what? I'll have to take a picture of it later today.
What?
Guess what?
What? I don't know. What?
James made me a raised garden yesterday.
Oh, he's still working in the snow?
Well, it wasn't snowing yesterday.
I know. Oh, that's so nice.
So what he did is a friend of his had some extras trying to clear out stuff out of the yard, had extra blue rain barrels, right? Not the blue rain barrels, but the big ones you use for docking.
Yeah.
But we don't need them, but he had extras. So he grabbed 2 of them, cut them in half. Mm-hmm. He was so, I am so blessed with an incredible husband. I was out with Jaden shopping, getting her groceries because she doesn't have a car. And I came home. He's got them on an old boat trailer.
Okay.
They fit perfectly right into where the bevels are on the trailer. Okay. So I have 4 half, right? Barrels. He drilled out the holes in the bottom for proper drainage. My cat just jumped at me. For proper drainage. He put in some large rock for draining, put in the black material, put in more gravel, and then I picked up soil and I'm all set to go. Now it's snowed. Got to wait for it to warm. You have to, I'm reading through, and then I found seed. So I bought radishes and lettuces. What else did I buy? 2 white radish, red radish, 3 different types of lettuces. I probably bought way too much seed for the little gardens that I have. And zucchini. I'll probably get more zucchini. And then
seeds from the grocery store?
I got them from the superstore.
Okay.
I mean, here at Food
today, so
yeah, here at Food Basics. I mean, you can order them online for sure. These are not like
I need them like now in my hands.
Yeah. The Food Basics here at Four Corners is like sold out. There was a few melons left, but I haven't been to Walmart for a week or so, so I have no idea what they have. I know that Seasons Culinary probably have seeds as well because that seems to be our favorite store. But the independent in Chelmsford should probably have some still.
Yeah, well, just give me an excuse to go all the way to Sudbury.
Yeah, exactly.
That being said, I'll probably get in trouble for going that far, but especially if I can get it in Chelmsford.
But the gas is cheap.
It is like,
and it dropped.
We can't travel right now. What was it? Just at the beginning of this whole thing, my daughter lives in Toronto, and she said, "Oh, maybe we should just go for a drive to the end of your driveway, Mom, and stop and say hello, and then go back home because it's so cheap in gas right now." But even that,
$35 to fill my car.
Wow!
I know.
Nice.
But the thing is, so we're at 80 cents today, and the barrel yesterday jumped down. Let's say like 5 points, like a huge percentage. It jumped yesterday, so it's hard to say even what the gas will be by the weekend.
I have to say though, things might be looking up just a little bit because my husband was looking at his investments, and even though I know when I was still visiting my parents before the complete lockdown, every time I would look at my parents and they had their friends over, whatever, every time they talk about their investment, they'd be just like, they kind of sink in their seats because they've lost another 30,000-40,000 or whatever in the market. But but like now my husband's investments, they have started coming up just as in the last couple of days, and we were talking to the bank and she was very hopeful. So with the incline of I think it's dipped and it's gone back up now. So hopefully, things may be looking up for a lot of things with regards to the price of things. So if the gas is an indication as well, we may be starting to, this might be the low point and it might be starting to go back up eventually. But yeah.
That would be wonderful, right? That would be just incredible. So yeah, amazing.
It's a good sign,
I think so.
Yeah. So I think we've been trying not to make this like 2 hours long. So
I know.
We will try to cut it right now today. But really, everybody, please stay tuned because between Dana and I, we tend to post a lot of stuff, and we are going to have, like I said, some amazing people come and visit us in the next couple of days, just because, what we're doing is great, but when we can have more people, it's even better, and it's all kind of in our field, and
it's collaborating with our community partners and the people, like, since we are in Northern Ontario, and we do travel for clinics, it's nice to incorporate people from other cities, right? And but yeah, I'm very excited for tomorrow.
Yeah. And if you guys ever have any questions or there's something that you want us to discuss specifically, because I mean, between two brains, we're better than one brain. We can, if you want the answers to something, we can definitely get the answers for you. Just let us know, because we are so open to be able to offer our insight to you guys. I mean, we've been doing this collectively a long time now, and we are, almost chomping at the bit to be able to get to people and give them the information.
Exactly. Yeah,
So
exactly.
definitely leave a comment below. Let us know. Share some love if you want. You can always check out extra videos of these on my YouTube channel, which is just Nutritional Solutions by Wendy.
Mm-hmm.
If you want, you can't go scrolling through the Facebook posts or anything else. And I think maybe Dana might be going into a podcast.
I am throwing them into the podcast. Yeah. Yeah. So I have them in my Divine Wellness podcast. So that's available actually on 7 platforms now. Isn't that incredible? I know. I'm super excited. So Divine Wellness podcast, and very, very excited. So all of these are on there. I have an interview coming up. I just did one with Amber Taylor, of course, with Sizzling Romance. That was so much fun. And really, if you didn't make our little private party, it was actually very educational.
There was a few things that I learned for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And not your normal, in the old days, I couldn't remember if I've ever been to one or not. So, that really, I'm like, did I really not ever be to one? A lot of them were more like very, very, I guess, dildo focused, right? So it was just nonsense, silliness. But this was very, very educational. I have a podcast coming up with Zoe Monroe tomorrow. So that'll be later this week. I'll post it. Yeah, I know. I love her. She's so amazing and brilliant. And talk about surviving in the diversity of change. Like, that's Zoe, right? Like, coming from another country, trying to bring her mom up and just excelling. Also with Megan Cunningham with Beauty Counter coming up as well, my podcast. So
nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so wonderful, Dana. So there's lots going on. Even though we hang out on here every day, I know we've got lots going on behind the scenes. And even with our Wellness Warrior girls, Darlene Tyndall and Dawn Condon, I know we're kind of scheming in the background to offer something big, maybe this summer.
Fall. No, I'm going to say maybe fall, or maybe next spring, or maybe winter. Winter we'll need to get out. But the 4 of us collaborating on a warrior retreat is something that we're all really passionately working on. So keep your dripping some information for y'all. So
okay, my dear, I will see you tomorrow. Love you. Take care.
Yes, have a great day. Cheers.
Bye.